And we are back with some more BS show.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't lose some power. Okay. Before we begin, make sure you guys do check the description below. We got a really good deal with the VPN. It's like gas. You need gas for your car. You need a VPN to protect yourself. So get one. We got a really killer deal down in the description below. So yeah, I know you guys heard us before. Just get one while it's there. What you got next level?
Buzz TV. BuzzTVGlobal.com. Make sure you check them out. They got new devices coming out real soon, and they are continuously working on and improving their software. Make sure you check them out. BuzzTVGlobal.com, link below.
Explosions. Okay. I got something interesting today, and I've seen something like I saw this before, but I didn't want to say anything yet because, as you know, we constantly hear like rumors, or we'll hear like some stuff of like what's coming, what might be coming, what's going to be coming, or something's coming. So the title of this thing is Amazon Fire TV Stick is blocking third-party apps. This is actually happening now. And what they are doing now, and this is, I'm going to be very specific because people are going to start flipping their lids right now when I say that. It's very specific. They're not blocking everything, but they are starting to block third-party launchers. Have you heard of this yet?
Of course I have. Of course I have. And like, to be fair, of course they would start there first. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Why? Like, honestly, what? Okay, we've always said the Amazon Fire TV devices are generally a lot cheaper than some of the other ones on the market, and have been for a while, because of what?
Because of what?
Because they bake in advertisements for their services.
Yep.
They do.
Mm-hmm. That's 100% true. 100% true. So I have, let's see here. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 articles all confirming from different, like all of them. You got Vaughn's, you got the Daily Record, co.uk, Android Police. Dude, this is coming from everywhere. And the first thing that it's saying is ads.
Yep. I mean, we've seen it before. When you purchase a tablet before, I don't know if they still do this, but it was like a $15 charge for you to remove advertisements on the home screen or the display, or what was it, the lock screen or something. And they're like, we are subsidizing the cost of this product with advertisements for our other services. So if you start to change the launcher, what does Amazon see that as? A direct threat to their pocket.
Yep.
Because you're no longer subsidizing the cost of that product anymore. You are bypassing the terms and conditions of the product that you bought and what you agreed to when you bought it.
And you know, we've seen YouTubers get in trouble for showing a video of a launcher, and they're just like, dude, it's just a launcher. I'm not bypassing anything.
Yeah, but you are.
But you are. You are. I haven't been touching a lot of that stuff for reasons, because it's you know, we call it the gray area, where it's like there is no, I guess there isn't like a specific wording that says do not do launchers, do not do third-party apps, or specifically do not do apps that access Netflix or whatever. But if it exists in the gray area, if it's questionable, my rule of thumb is don't do it. My rule of thumb is do not do it, because if it's questionable today, 3 or 4 years from now, when they decide to change the rules and clarify some stuff, or maybe blanket something where it's not as how do you say it? Kind of like that
Direct?
big, yeah, it's like a big blanket that covers like a broad of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch it, because I don't want to be there 5 years from now, me saying like, dude, I did this video 5 years ago. Why am I getting a strike today?
That's me.
That's you too.
It's me right now. 2 years ago videos. I always get strikes for videos from 2 years ago. Always.
Mhm. And back then I was like, cool, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. Strike. Fuck. And then shut down. It's like, dude, seriously? And some of the shutdowns, I'm still kind of like, really?
Yo, your April Fool's joke was stupid, by the way. Just stupid.
I'm like, I got my channel. Some people did believe it though.
I didn't believe shit.
Some people did believe it.
I mean, not that I don't want to believe that you got your channel back, but you, in my mind, I was like, you set a timed message right after midnight to say that.
Dude, I had several people that were like giving me a thumbs up, like, dude, that's awesome. And I'm just like, April Fools, guys.
The saddest part about that is that that's an April Fool's joke.
That's the sad part. Now, imagine if that was real.
Yeah, but not on April. If that was real and on April Fools, I would be angry.
I would cry. I would totally cry. So there was, I'll share a quick April Fool's joke before we get into this thing pretty deep. But yeah, we're going to continue with the story. We're just going to take a pause for the cause real quick. This last weekend, my niece had her birthday. And yeah, so big shout out to my niece. She turned 7 over the weekend. And my other niece, my older niece, the 10-year-old, my goddaughter, she decided to play an April Fool's joke on my mom. My mom was actually saying like, "Oh, I'm waiting for Steve or for Lisette, to give me some kind of April Fool's." You're muted, by the way.
You're pregnant again?
There you go. No. So I didn't do it. And because I kept thinking, like, what am I going to do for my mom? I'm like, you know what? I'll leave her alone this year. So this is the first year I don't do anything. But my niece, the 10-year-old, got her freaking good. She texted my mom and said, so my mom, they call her Momo. They're like, Momo, I lost my cell phone. Do you know where you put my phone? I need it. And my mom's like, I put your phone in your bag.
How did she text her?
Yeah. And my mom's like, I put your phone in your bag. Did you check your bag? And she's just like, yeah, I checked my bag. I checked Taylor's bag. I checked this bag, and I don't see anything anywhere. And she's just like, I don't know. Let me go check the living room, see if you put it in between the couches or something. And then my niece is like, I really need my phone because I have the competition and I need to get a hold of my coach. And my mom's all like, I don't know where your phone is, baby. Like maybe I'll come over and help you look for the phone. And she's like, please, my mom is so mad right now. Like, I really, really need my phone. And then my mom's like, wait a minute, how are you texting me?
Right.
She finally figured it out. And then and actually my mom called my niece and said, how are you texting me? And then she said, April Fools, you're on my phone. And my mom's like, oh my gosh, like, how did I not like figure that one out? And I'm like, Mom, really? Good times. Do you have any good April Fools for this weekend?
No, there was no April Fools. No, I didn't no.
No fooling nobody?
No, I feel like it's like not really a personal thing anymore. It's most of these stupid companies trying to pretend that it's April Fools the day before.
Yeah. So going back to the subject at hand here, it says until now, Amazon has been dedicated to making it difficult to install and use these launchers, although now they're going one step further with a new software update. And this is supposed to be preventing the use of third-party application launchers, favoring their own as an experience. Some people are gonna say, they're probably gonna comment and say, like, dude, I could still use Wolf Launcher. I could still use dude, Fat Cat Dog. I could still use whatever it is. I could still use whatever launcher you're currently using. What's gonna probably end up happening is your Fire Stick might shut down, and then it might turn back on, and the old launcher will be there, like the original one. I don't know how they're doing it, how they're going to roll it out. I don't know if it's going to be like while you're sleeping, this update's going through, or the second you plug it in, it notices an update and it just does it. I don't know. The one thing I do know for Amazon is they're very notorious for when your device is sleeping, the updates are pushed. And I don't see people who are, I don't know. I don't see people as soon as they're done taking their Fire Stick, unplugging the power of the Fire Stick and then plugging it back on when they're ready to use it. I don't see that happening. So,
no,
I don't know, man. And I know it's all about the ads. You know, some people say like, dude, I hate it. I bought a $20, $30, $40 on sale Fire Stick, and I see this big old huge ad on top, and you know, I paid for this thing. I shouldn't see no ads. The way I see it is, okay, there is an advertisement up there, but it's more like
related.
Here's The Rock. Here's a new movie of The Rock, or here's Ryan Reynolds with another movie, or it's related to your streaming experience. It's not saying like, go to Amazon and buy this crock pot. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's related to the experience of a Fire Stick. And some people hate it. Some people do not like it. They don't like that big old banner.
Unfortunately, that's the world that we've come to these days, though, right? Like advertisements, marketing is everywhere, no matter where you go, right? We've talked about, you know, some content creators saying that ad blockers is a form of piracy. You know, some big YouTubers are saying this now, and that's just how people earn their money in today's day and age. There has to be advertisements. Your time is worth something. Your info is worth something. Your data is worth something. What you do and how you function every day is sold, and it's worth something. So, you know, if you feel useless, just remember your data never is.
Yep. Now, who was the person that left their app, went to work to Amazon, and then came back and reclaimed it?
It's Elias.
And what is he associated with right now?
Downloader.
And what else?
AFTV News.
Yep. So, in every single article that's come out, it quotes AFTV News and says, according to...
Yeah, because he's the fucking G in this shit.
He's in the know.
He's the G, bro. That's where I go to get my info.
Yeah. So according to him, the problem, and they quoted, the problem is coming to, or meaning the updates are coming to the Fire TV Cube, Fire TV Stick 4K, Fire TV Stick 4K Max, and other models of Amazon Fire TV devices, whether they have Fire OS 5, 6, or 7. So that pretty much covers every single device.
Yeah, it's about to go down.
Yeah. And to top this off, before they made the announcement, the update was already there.
Yep.
It says, which already they have the new update waiting to be installed.
Yep.
And for which users in various forums are complaining about this attitude on the part of Amazon.
And it's a process that runs in the background that verifies and checks it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's coming. It's here. It's yeah. It's and if you haven't seen it yet, it's gonna be more. More is coming.
You know, like it's always been the case. If you want to do all you can do with an Android box, then you got to get one of those knockoff ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been that case. They give you more storage, they give you more features, but not necessarily more licenses to access licensed content. So if you are somebody who wants to access licensed content, then you kind of have to accept the operating systems that these companies give you. It's going to be the same thing if you're using an Android TV device because what? Android TV OS has advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as strict as Amazon is yet. Let's be
Yet.
realistic.
Mm-hmm. Yet. So I want to share this real quick. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I'll share this real quick as everyone's listening. Um, I know a lot of us are like, dude, the Fire TV stick is a really good device. The light are killer deals, and they give you basically what you need, and it's gonna work really good, like regardless of what people say. And for the price, you can't beat this price. Check this out. This is on sale right now. It's a 2-pack. You get 2 Fire TV stick lights for $34.99 if you use the promo code LIGHT LITEX2. So they're pretty much $17.49 each, which is freaking killer. So I don't know how long that promo is gonna last, but take advantage of it today. All right, what do you got? What do you got from Amazon?
Amazon? Amazon?
Yeah, you said you had something about some kind of remote.
Remote. Yes, I do. So there's an accessory that is out where you can ask Juanita to find your Fire TV remote and be able to use wired headphones with this new Fire TV gadget. What does that remind you of? Wired headphones with a remote.
Wired headphones, like a freaking like a PlayStation or Xbox or something.
Roku.
Roku does that too?
Roku does that too. So you can listen to your TV through your remote by using headphones. Could be really convenient at night if you're in a bedroom and you share a bed with somebody and you don't want to wake them up. You could pop in your headphones really easy. Now, to be fair, it is super easy to use Bluetooth headphones with these Fire TV devices. But if you are someone that likes to use wired headphones, they're generally a little bit cheaper than Bluetooth ones. You can plug that in right there.
Mm-hmm.
It says the Remote Plus V2 by Third Realty is a new gadget that attaches to your Fire TV remote to add several handy capabilities. If you lose your remote a lot, the Remote Plus V2 has a built-in speaker that will beep when you say, "Juanita, find my remote," to an Echo device. The gadget also has a headphone jack that allows you to use wired headphones to listen to your Fire TV's audio. Lastly, there's an LED which is pointed up at the TV remote buttons so that you can see them in the dark. That's kind of cool. There's the LED right there, and that would be pointed up towards the buttons so you can actually see what you're pushing at night, because we all know that these are not backlight remotes.
So, okay, quick question on this. If you plug in a headphone jack, does that mean the speakers stop working from the TV?
You'd probably get dual audio. You'd probably have to mute the TV
Okay.
because, yeah.
I'm just looking at the plus minus mute right there. I'm like, okay, if they're separating
Well,
that's got to be dual then.
my assumption is that these plus minus is actually volume buttons for the built-in speaker when you're searching for the remote.
Mm.
That's what my guess would be for those. Yeah,
My guess would be for your headset.
could be as well.
Yeah, interesting.
But it's nice that it comes with a custom silicone case as well as the a new back cover. A lot of people complain that the back covers can be loose.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think this is pretty interesting. But it does look like you'll also have to charge this. I'm assuming
Yeah,
for the speaker.
that looks like a charger. So it'll probably be minimal. Like you probably have to charge it like once every couple months or something.
Yeah, because they're probably going to keep the battery just to run the standard features of the remote, and then the attachment is going to be lithium ion.
Yeah, yeah. So should be good.
Sounds pretty cool.
Should be cool. All right. Real quick before I get into the next couple topics, Android TV 13 is looking to gain split screen video. Have you seen this?
No.
You're going to be able to add picture-in-picture features for Android 13. And from what I've been reading on, it's not going to be just like splitting screen from like the same channel. You're going to be able to do like different apps. You're going to be able to open up, like, let's just say you're watching live TV. You could open up Disney Plus, or let's say you could open up your camera to see who's at the front door. Like, there's a lot of things that they're looking into doing for Android 13. So it's still in its infancy, so we'll see what happens. NVIDIA Shield's in the news with an update, and as we know, NVIDIA they've been doing pretty good sending updates every now and then to their NVIDIA Shield people. The only thing is there hasn't been like an actual NVIDIA Shield device update or upgrade or new version yet. We got that crappy Stogie thing, but it is what it is. And we've had 2017 and 2019 be identical. So here we go. And someone before I even move on, someone's gonna be like, dude, they're different. One's a plus and one's a regular. It's like, dude, no, they just overclocked the chip. It's the exact same hardware. They changed the remote and overclocked the chip. That's it. That's all software updates. You can do that on your 2015. Just yeah. And some people might even say, what about codecs? Again, software updates. You can do that on your 2015. Okay. The Shield has done some updates, and they're calling these some major issues. They've also created some new issues, and now they're scrambling to put a new update because they screwed up big time. So here's some of the new updates. It resolves some Plex issues, fixed storage permission issues with media players, file browsers, and emulators. Fixes stutter when playing interlaced content. Those are the major stuff. As far as HDMI display, resolves brief corruption with watching YouTube TV. Fixes issues with HDMI CSC volume control while adjusted by 2 increments. Removes thumbnails overlaying when taking a screenshot. Just some minor things, some audio stuff. 2019 fixes bug where audio would be lost over toggling Dolby audio processing, and also fixes Bluetooth issues audio when audio formats is set to manual. And then just a couple more things about storage, about enabling Wi-Fi roaming, some bugs with the network, some accessories. Ooh, it's funny that they actually address the K app. It says fixes K bug where Shield TV app Control 4 and other remotes would not work properly. So it looks like they fixed a couple things for that. And there's more. K issues where long pressing select or menu would not be detected properly. They fixed some stuff with Xbox controllers to be working with that thing. All right. Casting, and then some miscellaneous bugs with the K app. So it looks like they're still plowing through, so very interesting.
Feels like they're just recovering from their last major update still.
Yeah, because the last one was crap.
This is garbage, hot trash.
Crap. Top 10 movies. This could either be it's top movies for the week. Again, this could be either watching from home, streaming apps, or the movie theater. What?
No, nothing.
Number 1, actually, I'll start at number 10. Number 10, I'm actually very surprised it's down here, or it's still here. The Matrix.
People are just watching The Matrix to finish off the saga.
I don't think it's finishing. I think it's continuing.
Well, if it continues, it's going to continue as a TV show, I think. What do you think?
I don't know. I could see I could see 2 more movies. I could see another trilogy.
With Keanu?
Yeah. I know they left it very like open where it's like, boom, okay, here we go again, but now it's 2 of them. Now they're both flying, but I honestly think it's going to be a whole like this is like we just got part 4, now we're going to get part 5 and part 6. It's like freaking Star Wars. I honestly do. It would be interesting if they did do a TV show because there's a lot that they could explain within a TV show, but I don't know how they would keep it entertaining in a TV show. They would have to do some like really mean cliffhangers to really sucker you in. And I mean the cliffhangers have to be good, but I don't know. I could see another movie. I could see another movie like continuing where they went, what happened, and how they're going to try to stop it. Like, you know, the first movie was basically like why are we here? It's the why movie. The
Right.
the second one after this is what are we going to do with it with this?
Right. This knowledge.
Yeah. And then the third one after this is how to resolve it. This is what we're doing to it now. The war or the whatever, you know?
Zion.
Okay, number 9, The King's Man.
Why do you guys say the King's Man?
The King's Man. I want to see this movie. I'm very interested. Number 8, The Adam Project.
Yeah, I want to see that. Wait, did I see it? I think I've seen this.
I haven't seen it yet.
50% of it, and I think I passed out.
I haven't seen it yet. Number 7, The Batman. It's moving down. Moving down from the list. The Batman. Number 6, The Contractor. Number 5, Turning Red. That's actually a really good movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's a Disney movie. It was pretty good. Like when you first watch it, you're just kind of like, okay, this is kind of like whatever. It's kind of like that Chinese with the cartoons, and they have like the big eyes, and then they're like
Anime?
normal. Like kind of like anime. Yeah, they mixed Imagine mixing Disney with anime. Like every now and then you get that anime feel, but it's still Disney. You still get that like Pixar type feel, you know? But it's with the culture, with the Chinese culture and the pandas and everything that they're doing on this thing, it's actually a really good movie. Halfway through it, I was just kind of like, damn, like okay, like let's get this thing going. Like it's kind of, you know, and I had to stop myself, and I'm just like, you know what, just take the story for how it is, and then I started to enjoy it. Then I was like, cool. I mean, this movie was actually pretty good. So it's ranked number 5 from Disney. Number 4, Jackass Forever. Number 3, this one was number 5 before, and it jumped up to number 3. Death on the Nile. This is with Gal Gadot.
Okay.
Number 2, it's still holding the spot up there. Spider-Man, No Way Home.
So what the hell's number 1?
Number 1, it's brand new movie called Moonfall.
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it. I'm surprised they took away Spider-Man's spot.
It's because it's Moonfall's a new movie.
Right. And Spider-Man came out what? How many months ago?
Like, holy crap, 4 months ago?
Yeah, I guess.
Moonfall. Now, the reason why there's so much hype, Moonfall just came out. It literally just came out. And Halle Berry's in it. We haven't seen her in a while.
In a long time, yeah.
And actually, if she's been in other stuff, she's actually ranked as like the first actress in this one. So she's gonna be in this thing. John Bradley's in this. Patrick Wilson, Donald Sutherland, Kelly Yu, Michael Pena. I love Michael Pena. That guy is hilarious. So what Moonfall is about, I'm just going to read this quick little thing here, is the world stands on the brink of annihilation, where a mysterious force knocks the moon from its orbit and sends it on a collision course towards Earth. Imagine the moon coming right to you. You're like, oh boy, what the first thing that would happen is, remember, anytime there's like a full moon or a no moon, there's either high tides or low tides in the ocean. That's like the most common thing that everybody knows about.
Yeah.
If it changes, if the distance of the moon changes and it starts coming towards us, imagine the gravity pull that would happen, not just in the ocean, but everything, like all the lava and earthquakes and everything. So yeah, it's I like space movies, so I can see why people are just like, I want to see this. Now,
Isn't it crazy how it's always like humanity is going to end, annihilation movies, the end of mankind always seems to do well. Like people want to, like they want to see us dying. They want destruction.
Let's die today. Let's watch a movie. Starring Keanu Reeves.
like Bond, Tomorrow Never Dies. Oh, tomorrow's going to die? What?
What? We gotta go see it. Yeah. Yeah. And then you got Die Harder.
Yeah.
The prequel. There you go. Explosions for you. Okay, so here is the back half of the show. We're 30 minutes in. And I wanted to address something that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. There's not a lot of people out there doing streaming videos anymore. Like not how it used to be.
Right.
I have my Rojas Streaming Tech channel, and like I said earlier, I'm very strategic on how to do it. I'm very blunt. If I'm like, these are the best apps to check out, dude, I'll be talking about like Disney Plus. I use it. I pay for it. It's not bypassing nothing. It's all legit. I'll talk about YouTube. Like, dude, if you guys really want some free stuff, YouTube has some stuff out there.
Yep, they do. Lots.
And so I'll address things that are common. Like, dude, Peacock's got a lot of stuff that you can check out. You know, I'll address things that are out there that are live. I'll also look at devices, look at their softwares and stuff. I won't look into like some of the apps that they're included or what you can get or what are like the extra stuff. I'll be like, look, this is what the specs are. This is the features of it. And this is what it can handle. That's it. Other than that, like I just reviewed the new Superbox. And I talked about all the new specs and I showed all the stuff that was really, really good and some of the stuff that I struggled with. And that's it. I'm not going to go into details of anything else. I don't want those issues. We also have other YouTubers right now that are also still doing some streaming stuff. You know, we got Tanya from Fire TV Sticks. We got Lead TV, Free Tech, Doc Squiffy, you know, some of our UK people. And as far as the states, there's nobody. I don't think anybody's doing anything anymore. You know, like Stephen Cornelius has been MIA for a while. I think Superdale's been MIA for a while. Like there's been a lot of people.
Superdale still makes videos. He does a lot more live streams, but he still makes videos.
Yeah, there's nobody that's doing like here's a 5-minute quick little thing like anymore.
You can't.
Yeah. So there is one person that is doing some videos though that I will mention. And I've actually had some comments coming in. And I actually said, well, this is some fake news. So I did a video on dump your Fire Stick. This device is better, more power, more memory. And I was talking about the Vid Stick, 128 gigs built-in storage, and it has a micro SD slot that you could put in and expand that storage. It's all built in. It's meant to do that. It's meant to accept that. It's meant for that handshake. I got a comment that said, why would I do this? And I'm not quoting the comment, but it's pretty much, why would I do this when I can get a Fire Stick and do the same thing? if I put a if I grab if I get an OTG cable and I get a external, and if I split the power source, then I should still be able to get plenty of power for my storage, and I should be able to expand this thing to 2 terabytes if I want on my Fire Stick.
Have fun.
I'm just like, and they're saying like, you don't need to dump your vid stick. It's not worth it because the Fire Stick is more powerful with the latest updates and latest software and latest, like, the newest everything. And I commented, well, that's fake news. And they're like, oh, before you throw the fake news card, this isn't fake. Like, I've actually done this myself. I was like, okay, for one, the VidStick runs the latest brand new Android, newer than Fire. And the Fire OS uses their own stuff, and it's dated, and they're not going to move up, not anytime soon. If they're going to put a new Fire Stick, the newest Android version that they'll go is maybe from 8 to 9. They're not going to go to 10 or 11 or 12, or now we're talking about 13. They're not going to go that route. Also, for their and I'm not bashing that Android version is bad. That Android version is good. It's still good, but it's not the newest. So they can't claim this is the newest. They also have their own, what is it, Imagination Technologies?
What?
Is it their hardware? Imagination Technologies? Is that what it is?
Never heard of it. I don't know. Imagination Technologies. Don't know what that is.
I'm trying to think their CPU, their GPU, I'm trying to think of all the specs within their Fire Stick.
They're still using the Mediatek, no?
I haven't looked inside an old one in a while. Well, even to the new one. They might still be on Mediatek. I don't know why I'm thinking. I thought it was like Image Tech, Imagination Technologies, or Imagination, something like that. I don't know, but Mediatek, whatever it is, it's their own stuff that they're using, and a lot of their GPUs that they're using, it's not the best, but it's good for the stick, which is not, it's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. VidStick is using the best of what's out. And every time they come up with a new device, they always look into, this is the best for a compacted version for a stick. That's what the VidStick does. You could probably imagine the person that I'm talking about who's doing these devices, who's not really knowledgeable. He calls himself Mr. Tech Savvy, apparently. And we've discussed about this person several times.
This isn't the person that was commenting on your videos, was it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's a subscriber of his coming over to my video.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I would love to have him on the show and ask him some questions, to be like, hey, dude, I understand. And yeah, I know it might be confrontational. You know what? It's going to be one of those things where it's just like, okay, look, dude, when you do a video, and I know we're dating ourselves a little bit, when you do a video saying like, maybe I'm more tech savvier than thou, and maybe I just know a little bit more than those other people, it's like, hold on a second. When you were making some of these videos, you weren't doing that before. Before, your channel wasn't that good, it wasn't doing that well, and you were reviewing other stuff. And you noticed some of us streamers were blowing the F up and decided to jump on the bandwagon to do those videos. And all those videos were like, oh, let me watch this person and copy that. Let me watch this other person and copy that. Let me watch this other person and copy that. And I'll be 100% honest. A lot of us YouTubers, when we watch something, we're just like, ooh, that's a good video to do. Am I wrong?
You know, the thing is that when all of the streaming YouTubers pulled back, he was like, oh, this is the great time. Then we just started making more content because nobody else is, like, we couldn't.
Yeah. We absolutely couldn't. So there's a lot of things that got sold out on stuff, and I know, like we've talked about Superbox, like some of the bad, and we've had an episode on some of the good. Um, and that's the thing. People like even with Buzz TV, like I know we constantly talk about Buzz TV, but we've done videos about the good and the bad. We've talked about some of our struggles with Buzz TV, and then we also talk about some of the stuff that they address and fix and update and work and why we like it. It's very clear why we like certain things, not just Buzz TV, but like the Fire Sticks or Formula or Nvidia Shield or B-Link, if you want to like age ourselves a little bit, or even some of the Neo devices back in the day. So I had a user that was just like, I could do all this stuff with OTG cable and I could do XYZ. And now I have the latest and greatest. This is the best, and I have all this memory. What would you say to that, Next Level?
For which device?
Fire Stick.
But okay, if you are somebody that likes to tinker, then tinker away. Go ahead, go nuts. But if we're looking for ease of use, expandability, then you got to go with something like a Buzz TV box. I get it. You can do OTG cables, and you can do this, and you can do that, and you can do. But out of the box, ease of use to get access to those features, you can't beat how easy the Buzz TV box is. Now, if we're looking at, I'm somebody who absolutely needs Netflix, then okay, then you have devices to pick, but I would still argue that the Fire Stick's not your best option.
How about this? What if they're arguing, saying like, I don't care about Netflix, I don't care about Buzz TV, I have to have the Amazon Fire TV, the Amazon launcher.
So the argument then would be get a Fire Cube that has more space. And then even still, if you are, how do I say this? If you are getting something and you want to expand, the 4K stick is not the best for expandability when it comes to the devices, because the newer ones with the newer software actually makes it easier to run an OTG cable. The 4K Fire Stick's an older device and you have to run through more hoops in order to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not one of the recommended ones. If you just want something out of the box with more storage and you want Amazon, then go with a cube. And I really do hoop. I really do hoop we get a new cube this year.
I really do hoop because I can go more hoops of fire.
Yeah, I'll hoop that one,
Watch me, you.
Oh my god. I need a coffee. Something.
I'm with you. If I have to, because I was thinking about this, I'm just like, okay, there's some people that are going to argue and say, you know what? Fire TV OS is the best. Fire TV OS is simple. Fire TV OS is all there. Everything about Fire TV is just amazing. It's the best thing since sliced bread. They reinvented the wheel. They're better than freaking Tesla. Whatever. It is what it is. If we cannot change that person's mind about how much they have a boner for Fire TV OS, cool. Get the damn cube if that's the case. Why are you playing with the freaking Fire Stick? Why are you playing with the Fire Stick? Even if the argument was, well, a Fire Stick, I could just unplug it and travel with it wherever I want to go. It's just like, okay, hold on a second. If you're going to unplug your Fire Stick and take it somewhere, the Fire Cube is not that big of a device either. The Cube is a little bit bigger, but you could get a pouch and slide that Cube in there, have an extra HDMI cable for your travel, and take it with you. Now you have a much powerful device on the go. There's people that take their Nvidia Shields on the go.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's a little bit bigger, but it's thin, and you could take that sucker wherever you want. I've heard plenty of people that are just like, it's not a big deal. They'll say that they have an extra power cord, they have an extra HDMI cable, and they have that in the bag already. So all they do is unplug, put it in the bag, and then go. Okay, cool. Get a cube if that's the case. If you really, really, really want more power, and if 16 gigs is not enough, if you're like, you know what, I have to have, like, if you're wanting more than 16 gigs, and if you're loading that sucker up with every single app imaginable, and if you have to go through that OTG route, then like again, I think you and me next level will probably say like, well, if you're gonna start gaming and all that crap, you might as well just get a shield or might as well get something else. But you know what I mean? I don't know.
Choose your might. There's a device for every kind of situation out there. There really is. But you know, it's not up to us to determine what you use, right? If
It's not. It's not. But the thing that gets to me is I always get people, and I think you and me butt heads on this. I'll tell you, what do you think is the best device that you like? And you're like, well, it's up to the user. I'm like, no. I'm not asking what the user is. I'm asking, what do you like? Because I think at the end of the day, it's like the unsaid thing. The unsaid thing is they're going to have to decide no matter what. But it's like a salesperson. It's actually better than a salesperson. A salesperson is trying to sell you something that you don't need. People, our listeners, our subscribers, they want to know what we actually use. Because if we're using it, and if we're spending so much time making these videos, or so much time doing the research, looking up articles or recording a podcast about this crap, then they're just like, okay, if they're spending this extra time doing it, what do they actually use in their house? Which makes sense. They want to know what we use, because then it's just like, cool, I want to copy you. I want to, whatever you're doing, I want to do too. And I do the same thing. It took me a while to realize that, but I do the same thing. I'm just like, wait, who was it? Flick Chick. Big shout out to Flick Chick. I know she always watches and listens. Big shout out to Flick Chick. Hope you're doing well. She said, she commented on one of my things saying like, spoiled much? Ha ha ha. And I'm like, yes. It's because I put a 10.1 inch floating tablet. It's a stereo, but it looks like a floating tablet on my car. And then I was able to program a Fire Stick that I plugged into. So when I'm driving, or actually, I'll say this, not when I'm driving, but when I'm camping, when I'm going somewhere else, or if I have my nieces in the car and I'm just like, here, let me throw something for them to watch on the TV screen. I have it on my stereo, and it's a good 10.1 inch screen size. Yeah, I do a lot of research before I buy certain things. Absolutely. And I think you do the same thing too, Next Level, when you buy your miners or when you do your stuff, right?
Yeah, I do a lot of freaking research.
I would even say, I would go as far as sometimes it's too much research, but it's necessary for what we want or do or spend. Yeah.
You have to perfect how you do your research. You really do, because your research can be biased depending on which angle or how you ask the question. If you look for dirt on something, you will find it on the internet 100%, right? If you look for only the positive things, you will find it 100%, right? So no matter how you do research on something, you will see contradicting arguments on both sides of the fence. And it's kind of like you have to determine what's a better gamble for you. Is this really an issue? Is it not? Is that really an important issue for you? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It is very true. I have been holding on to my shield until it broke, and then I had to update, and now I'm stuck with 16 gigs. I was very tempted of going so I do have a vid stick that I use, and I use that for one of my TVs here, and I also use it for travel. The vid stick is really, really good because it has so much memory. I could just I could literally download a movie on it, and when I'm off the grid, when I'm offline, when I have no Wi-Fi, no nothing, I pull out that generator that I reviewed last year.
Yeah, it doesn't take much power.
Nope. Plug that sucker in, and then I got a white screen with some poles that I put up. Or if I'm inside of an RV, I put I put the projector outside, and I project it on the side of the RV.
Yeah.
And I just plug in that vid stick, go to the files, play the movie that I want, and I'm good. And most of these movies, I'm not like it's great to have 4K. They do have compressed 4K, like actual 4K files are like about 40 to 60 gigs, easy.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, easy. There are some 4K compressed files that are, I call them upscale 1080. They're about 2 gigs, 3 gigs, 4 gigs, maybe 10 gigs that are compressed. And they look really clean. And I'm just like, cool. Like, even if it's 10 gigs at 128 gigs on that vid stick, 10 movies, I can get on that thing easily at 10 gigs maxed. Heck yeah. I don't do 10 movies. When I go camping and I do this stuff, I'll download like maybe 3. I'll look at my library of movies. I'm like, here, let me add 3 of these things here, put them on. And then if we got time you know what it is? At nighttime, I'll throw on the fireplace. And I did this last year when we went to Bass Lake and Yosemite. I put on the fireplace, pulled up some chairs, pulled out some drinks, pulled out the marshmallows and the s'mores. I pulled out Bella's Kong bed, because it's like that thicker style. She just stayed right there, projected the movie, and I connected a little speaker to it, and I was good. Watching my stuff, and I was good. No issues. Now with the Fire Stick, can't do that. I wouldn't want to do. You know what? Even if I were to try to attempt, you know what? I'll rephrase it. I can do that on a Fire Stick, but now I'm not talking about just pulling out one device. I'm talking about getting the Fire Stick and then adding a whole bunch of other stuff. And then if I have to try to use that device offline, the first pop-up that comes up, it says you're offline. Connect to a network. Connect to something. And again, there's ways around it, so that way you can bypass certain things like that. So that way you can get into the root and get into your OTG external and all that crap. But it's just too much work at that point. I don't know. What do you do? So I know you and me haven't really been investing our time as much as we were before. Like, I would say maybe 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, even, on some of the best apps or best sticks or devices or whatever. Our time is very valuable, and we are very picky with what we do. Now with today, with what we're doing with our lives, if you have to do some sort of research, if you have to start from scratch, what are you looking forward for, or what are you looking into? What are your pros and cons? What is it that you're looking for when you're looking at some of these devices and some of these apps? What is it that you're looking to do before you even start? What is it that you start to like, okay, this is how I'm going to start. This is what I'm going to do. And then when you start doing it, what is your process?
So for the most part, I'm a creature of habit, and I've been using Fire Sticks for so long that it's so easy for me to just plug it in and know what to do with them. So easy. Like, it's like second nature. I've walked people over the phone on like fully setting it up before without even a Fire Stick in front of me, all the apps, everything right out of my head. They're like, how are you doing this? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But that being said, if I was to go out and do my own research and look for a device, like really research something for my own use, personally, I wouldn't get a Fire Stick. And I know it sounds really contradicting because I still buy Fire Sticks all the time. I have one in my hand right now. I still buy them all the time. But if I'm talking about getting a device for my own use, Now, I don't usually sit down in front of a TV to watch stuff. What's that?
Fire Stick.
Yeah, right. And
Connect.
I don't want to spend all that time doing the research, but I know that if I did, I wouldn't be picking a Fire Stick. And some of my things that I would be like would be mandatory for me would be I want it to be um two things. If I'm going, I don't personally use Netflix and I don't use Disney Plus, but if I did, then I would probably be going with the Cube because I really like the Cube's hand-free voice assistant. I really enjoy that. I know some people think that it's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like a whatever. Who cares? But I think it can be really, really handy. So I like that. If I wasn't going with that, then I would be researching the other devices. If I really needed Netflix and Disney Plus, like probably a Chromecast. Like I did have a Chromecast here, but I think I sold it. Never once plugged it in. I don't even know what I don't even know what it looks like. And you know that sounds really weird because when I first started coming into the streaming community, I was excited to unbox all these boxes, to navigate through them, to really understand how they worked backwards and frontwards. Like I wanted to know everything I could about these devices. But when we got to a point where we weren't allowed to share our findings, it's like, who cares anymore?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel like maybe I let some people down because they looked up to me to find that information. But my passion was killed by YouTube.
Yeah. And I think it's not just you, it's a lot of people. A lot of people have been like this sucks, we can't do this anymore. And at the same time, we can't really blame them because
Yeah, I can't. I'm not whatever.
yeah,
It is what it is. We all knew there was a time coming.
yeah, we knew this is a ticking time bomb. Just when was it gonna stop was the question. It stopped a little sooner probably than what some of us expected.
I can say if I was to do research though, I wouldn't be looking at my research on YouTube.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be going to YouTube to find the research that I need for streaming devices because you can't.
Yeah. If you want the basics and you want like
How to turn it on?
Yeah, like, hey, this is how it is. This is what you get. This is what's inside of it. That's it. That's it. Now, if you want to go deeper, like actually like learn how to fully use that sucker, then you have to go somewhere else. Either that, well, yeah, you got to go somewhere else. Pretty much. Yeah, either that or just or you got to just be a tinker, like you say. You got to learn. You got to take it apart. And that's how most of us do learn anyway. So, all right. Well, this is the end of the show. Wanted to give you guys some crazy stuff here. Some crazy stuff that's happening. I'm still holding my breath about the Fire TV Cube, the next one, the new one. This is the year when it should come out. And I'm predicting that if it does come out, they're going to announce it in September with a launch of October of this year. So we'll see. We haven't heard or seen anything yet. Now, Prime Day, Amazon Prime Day has always been in June, late June, I believe, or mid-June. We haven't heard anything yet, but when we do, we will be definitely talking about it and trying to hook you guys up with some of the deals. I've heard a lot of rumors that this Prime Day is going to be pretty big.
The last two were kind of flops, in my opinion.
The last two were flops. Well, it's because of this pandemic that we've been in, but this new one is supposed to be pretty good. So we appreciate you guys. We always show some love, so show some love back. Make sure you guys do leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys think of today's show, today's episode. What do you guys want us to talk about for the next one? Any kind of topics that you guys would like us to discuss? But we always appreciate you guys coming over. Next level, anything you got to say before we get out?
Yeah, thanks for everyone listening to the show. Make sure wherever you are, you leave us a comment or review so that other people like yourself can find the content that you enjoy. Make sure you come over to the YouTube side every Thursday around 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so you can participate in the live show, be a part of the conversation, be a part of the community. If you're looking to get bite-sized pieces of the conversation, you never know where the conversation is going to go or who we have on. Make sure that you're also subscribed to the BS Clips channel and you have your notifications on so that you don't miss a thing. See you guys in the next one. Peace.